how is that guy a bus driver, and how is he dressing like that, and how is he, nicknaming his bus the Lolita Line? That's just a complete slap in the face of basically every parent. Welcome back to the show. Be sure to subscribe. Let's get right to it. First topic, New York mayoral candidate Brad Lander was arrested in another political stunt by a Democrat. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
Let go when you show me the judicial warrant. Where is it?
Sir,
where is the warrant?
I have it in my hand here.
I would like to see the warrant. I would like to see the warrant, and then I will let go. I would like to see the warrant, and then I will let go. Take it. Let's go. You don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens. Sir, you don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens. You don't have to. I'm not obstructing. I'm standing right here in the hallway. I asked to see the judicial warrant. By asking for a judicial warrant, you don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens asking for a judicial warrant.
Go too. Sorry. No way. I'm safe. Where are you taking him? Hello?
Since you have no authority to arrest U.S. citizens, where are you taking me? And with what authority?
Why are you arresting me?
With what authority?
And where are you taking him? No!
Security details. Number one is going to go with him, all right? Hang on, where's number one? Hold on. Brett, number one right here, all right?
Yeah, so the guy was trying to interfere with an ICE raid, and this is just what the Democrats do now. This is the new playbook, where they go in somewhere with a lot of cameras, they make a big stink, have somebody get arrested, and then they talk about how terribly they were treated and how terrible the people that, ICE are handling is treated. And then, because see, they know that basically the Latinos are going to have like a reaction to this type of thing, like, oh my God, look at they're persecuting our people, and then now they're persecuting the people who are standing up for our people. We can't have this. And then it gets the Latinos to go back to voting Democrat because they just think like, oh yeah, we can't vote for the persecution of our people and just no due process. It's just insane, because for some reason the Latinos are just so gullible and easily manipulated in this type of way, they're such prideful people for their culture and blah blah blah, and and listen, I could say this, I'm a quarter Latino, folks, all right? So, I grew up with a half Mexican dad, right? So, I'm a part of the people, but still, you're not going to see me out there like, hey, man, dude, they're taking our people and they're persecuting Latinos, man. It's the playbook for the Democrats now to just get the Latinos riled up, and this is how they do it. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson thinks that Trump is trying to eliminate black existence from the country. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
Instead of working with Congress to actually pass substantive immigration reform policy, they wanted to create division. But we're not going to allow that to happen in the city of Chicago. Much like we fought for civil rights 60 years ago, we're going to continue to make sure that whether you are black, brown, Asian, white, young, old, working people deserve to be prioritized. And this misnomer that there's division, and consternation within communities solely based on this issue is just wrong. He's working to eliminate black history. He is trying to eliminate black existence from this country, but he's also attacking the LGBTQ+.
I wouldn't say he's trying to eliminate black existence.
We're going to bring people together in this country to make sure we build the safest, most affordable big city in America.
Yeah, so first of all, this guy has got to be the most racist person in the government. He hates white people. He makes everything about black people and how terribly they're treated. And, I did the story about how he's being investigated for his hiring practices because everybody on his city council's black, and he was boasting about it and talking about how great it was and how Trump's afraid of his people, his cabinet or something like that. But yeah, when have you ever heard Trump talk about black people and eliminating black people existence from the U.S.? It's just so stupid and made up, and all it's really meant to be is just a race divide. This guy just wants to create a race divide in America, certainly in Chicago, and pretty much just start a race war. What else would he be trying to do when all he talks about is black people and how we need to give them reparations and he's going to make it right for black? It's like, dude, this guy cannot be a mayor of a big city like Chicago. Just cannot. He needs to step down, especially after the investigation into his hiring practices and just how racist it was. I mean, it's insane that there's somebody like this as a mayor of Chicago, right? But that's what you expect these days. But let's get to the next topic. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't take the views bait. They wanted him to condemn the ICE raids. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
If you are an immigrant, you're an immigrant in this country. Yeah. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was impressed by the American people like that. I mean, imagine they came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Yeah. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is because of America.
That's true.
And so this is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world, and this is the land of opportunity. And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant that came to America, I was asked to do, on July 4th, a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, and where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, the existence of America. And I will be doing the speech there. They asked me because I'm an immigrant, and there will be 7,000 some people there, and there will be people that will be sworn in and will become citizens that day.
That's great.
So it's really a great celebration. And this is what this is all about, is to celebrate people becoming Americans and coming to America and all that. And so I just think the world of the great kind of a history that we have with immigrants in America. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, So you got to do things legal. And those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house, and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can to keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
Arnold, don't
Yeah, so first of all, he's completely right about immigrants. If you're going to immigrate to America, you better love America, be all about what it stands for, freedoms, and, just try to be a productive member of America and not be somebody who's going to be out there protesting for your country and waving your flag and telling us how terrible America is and, it's just run by fascists and blah, blah, blah. Listen. We don't need that. We don't want that. If you come to America, you assimilate and you be proud to be an American and be grateful that you get the benefits of being American. Now, let's not forget, though, that Arnold was the guy who told everybody to F their freedoms during COVID because he wanted to virtue signal to everybody because, that's just what Hollywood does, right? So, yeah, I don't know, what he's doing here. He's probably got a movie coming out, and now it's cool to, be on Team Trump or on the side of what Trump's doing with America and making America great. But, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you can never come back, in my opinion, from, telling people to F their freedoms when they just want to be able to do what they can or do what they want during COVID and not be told, yeah, you can't run your business, or you got to wear a mask, or you got to get some experimental jab. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, screw Arnold. I pretty much can't stand the guy, and I'm never going to watch one of his movies ever again, because you can't come back from an F your freedoms comment in America. You just can't do that. I mean, freedom is all America is about. And if you attack America's freedoms, then you're basically attacking just every American, and I want nothing to do with you at that point. But all right, let's get to the next topic. So the trans bus driver in Canada who nicknamed his bus the Lolita Line has been removed. Go ahead, take a look at the clip of the guy.
So you picked up the kids dressed like that? Yeah. Okay.
Why do you call your bus the Lolita Line? Why is it called the Lolita Line? Why is it called the Lolita Line? Sick people.
Like when people are mentally sick, you can't talk to them. Let them drive. Yeah.
Don't ever bother with it. It's only what is the mania. Wow.
Yeah, so this is what happens when you try to normalize this type of behavior and celebrate it, and oh, Pride Month, and we have to celebrate this type of thing. You get these types of people who now all of a sudden the guy's nicknaming his bus the Lolita Line. What? Because of, like, is this supposed to be like the Jeffrey Epstein Lolita Express, airplane, or what? Like, what the hell is that? And do you really want your kids, on a bus with somebody like that, right? But see, when you normalize it, now you can't say anything against it. Like, oh, you can't be like, whoa, this is completely insane. Like, how is that guy a bus driver, and how is he dressing like that, and how is he, nicknaming his bus the Lolita Line? That's just a complete slap in the face of basically every parent, right? Like, if you're going to allow your kid on that bus with that guy, why don't you just go allow your kid to go walk the streets and take candy from strangers? You know what I'm saying? It's the same exact thing, folks, because, like, what do you think that dude's motives are? You think if he's just going to be that type of attitude towards people, like parents being like, what are you doing, bro? You think he really cares about parents, or, the sanctity of kids, or, being good to kids, right? It's crazy how kids have just been completely sold down the river. Like, oh yeah, it's like, no, that's cool. Like, he can do that. Like, that's his right. That's his lived experience. I mean, in Canada, you would think that the guy wouldn't be removed from his position, but at least somebody came to their senses and was like, yeah, no, we can't have that. That guy, he's crazy. Something's going to happen to a kid if we keep allowing kids on that guy's bus, right? Like, it's 101. I mean, buses, weird vans, like, you don't let your kids go on those, or let anybody go near a van with, some sicko van, right? But there it is. It's been normalized, so now that guy just feels like he can do that, and he's got the power to do whatever, and if somebody, says anything against him, they're a bigot or a transphobe, and oh my God, it's the end of the world, right? But yeah, at least the guy was removed from the position. But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.